Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. And in today's video for the final myth, we're going to be testing to see if whether or not that if ammo boxes can block a witch from chasing you on a ladder and also even get her stuck, which means that she can no longer chase you anymore. If you guys like the idea of the final myth, please drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and if you also have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below, or also alternatively you can leave it within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. All that being said, guys, I hope you end up enjoying seeing this week's episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. Myth: can a bucket on Swamp Fever Chapter 1 prevent a charger from sending you into the water? Alrighty guys, so the buckets that I'm referring to is this bucket right here. Now we're going to push this into place so that way it's going to end up being in the correct positioning for when the charger ends up hitting me. Alright, so right about here should be a good positioning for the bucket. Alright, so here comes the charger, and when he ends up hitting me, yep, the bucket saves my life because I would have normally gone in the water right there, but instead I'm being pounded into the ground instead. Alrighty guys, so this is going to mean that myth number 1 is confirmed. The bucket's hitbox is enough to be able to save you and prevent a charger from ramming you into the water on Swamp Fever Chapter 1. Myth: does adrenaline temporarily remove the shoving cooldown? Alrighty guys, so here is going to be the base test, the normal shoving animation, and when I end up shoving with no adrenaline, the cooldown kicks in after I end up shoving about 7 times. Alright, so now here comes the test with the adrenaline shot, and this ends up being significantly longer than the original one. It ends up being exactly 26 shoves before it ends up putting me back on cooldown again. And in terms of time, instead of it being 5 seconds before I can't shove anymore, it is instead a whopping 19 seconds. Which means that myth number 2 is definitely confirmed. The adrenaline shot temporarily makes it where you don't have a shove cooldown anymore. Myth: will the shot of the flare gun that comes out of the rescue boat in The Last Stand be able to kill a hunter if he makes contact with it? Alrighty guys, so the boats should be showing up any second now. I'm going to make a leap for it to see if I can make it just by defaultly pouncing. So here we go. Unfortunately though, just pouncing was not enough because the flare gun ended up shooting the flare way too far away. If I try to do this on top of the shack, I also still can't end up making it. So the only way I was able to make contact with the thing was just by no-clipping towards it. So what I ended up doing is that I just floated above it a little bit and then deactivated no-clip to see if I could end up making contact with it outside of no-clip mode, because you have God mode with no-clip. But when I fall just before it, unfortunately, it still doesn't do damage to me anyways. It looks like the flare gun's not programmed to do damage. So that means that the myth is busted. The flare gun can't do damage to the hunter, and he wasn't even able to make it by pouncing normally anyway. Myth: are you able to throw a Molotov in Coldstream Chapter 2 before the tank spawns, causing him to catch on fire as he enters the map? Alrighty guys, so when it comes to myth number 4, the biggest thing that I want to end up thinking about here is about how I'm going to go about this, because you would have to basically get the perfect throw in order to end up pulling this off, because either A, the tank is going to scoot out of the way at the last second, or B, you're going to end up getting stopped by something and you're not going to be able to pull the throw off. If everything lined up perfectly though, and you ended up getting to right about this spot, I feel like this spot right where I'm standing right in front of the ladder is probably going to be likely the best possible angle for me to pull this off. So when it comes to my first attempt here, unfortunately I was just a bit slow and the tank ended up jumping down before I could hit him officially with the Molotov, so that one is unfortunately a bust. So let's try this again. Alright, so here is going to be my second attempt at this. I am still going to try the same spots just so that way there's a sense of consistency. And when I end up throwing the Molotov this time, it lands perfectly up on the hill and ends up lighting the tank on fire. And I'm very happy with the result I got here. So that means that myth 4 is confirmed. You can definitely light the tank on fire ahead of time as he's spawning in with a lucky Molotov throw. This is going to be somewhat similar to how you can pre-light the tank on fire in the Sacrifice by pre-spawning him in and then lighting up the train car on fire. Myth: can you use special ammo boxes to block a witch on a ladder and cause her to get stuck? Alrighty guys, so I'm going to deploy an incendiary ammo box here on top of the ladder, and then I'm going to end up spawning in the witch and just shooting her and seeing what happens. Alright, so I have a witch now officially spawned in and I'm shooting her right now. And unfortunately, this is weird, she ran past the ammo box. That didn't work as intended. Okay, well it looks like that we're going to have to end up trying something slightly different. Alright, so to make sure that I get the desired result that I want, because I'm stubborn as hell, I'm going to spawn in multiple special ammo boxes. Not just one, not just two, but several. So that way every square inch of this goddamn ladder is accounted for, and the witch possibly can't get up. Alright, so let's just use one more for good measure. So I'm going to say it's safe to say that this should be enough ammo boxes. So let's go back over to the infected commands, spawn in a witch, shoot her again, and let's see what happens this time. And... okay, good. That's what I wanted to see. The witch is now getting stuck on the ladder, or more specifically, the ammo boxes that are inside of the ladder, because it's causing this glitch to happen, where she just keeps going up and down and up and down and up and down. Now, I also did jump down, and so the witch, if she wanted to, she should just go down the ladder and come get me this way, but she's so glitched out that she's just trying to climb the ladder indefinitely. And she's not chasing me. I could go all the way down over to this car here, and then I'm going to end up going back over to the lighthouse, and you guys are going to see that she's still just climbing the ladder up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. She's just completely and utterly stuck in this permanent animation hell. So I decided to be a nice guy and just put her out of her goddamn misery. Anyways, the myth is confirmed. If you place special ammo boxes on top of a ladder and have a witch start chasing you, she's not only going to end up chasing you and getting stuck, but she's basically going to be stuck in a perma glitch where you can just basically either A, run away from her if you want to, or B, you could just end up killing her instead. Alrighty guys, but that is it here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. If you guys have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below. Or also alternatively, you guys can leave it within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. As we wrap up the video, guys, I want to mention two last quick things. Number one, I have a second YouTube channel now. It is called Black Ninja 797 Extras. And on this channel, I'm going to be uploading and posting additional content that you would normally not see here on my main channel, such as gameplay walkthroughs, funny moments with my friends, and Challenge Accepted, which was a series I used to do here on my main channel where I play games that you guys request me to play. If you want to check out the second channel, there is going to be a link down below in this video's description. I also want to say thank you and shoutouts to Epic Games for being my first ever sponsor. I have a supporter creator code with them, and the code is just my name, Black Ninja 797 in all caps. If you guys want to, you can use it in the Fortnite and Epic Games item shops. And anybody that uses my code or has used it before in the past, I tremendously appreciate you. And yeah guys, all that being said, I hope you ended up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers are ever going to see. Thanks for watching guys, I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey meme lords, Jesus here. And you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too. And give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!